Pretty good.
Good. Figure it out. Is there anything you want to go over? I will tell you this quiz. It's good. It's good. So we'll have two questions that we ask you to use the substitution method on. Does anybody need to see a substitution problem done? Okay.
Is it all of them shading and substitution? Can we do 11 too?
All right. So substitution. Let's take a look at a substitution problem. I'll pick 11 would be a good one. 11 looks like one that they could get us to go towards substitution on it. Okay, this is kind of a goofy one. You might not see one quite this complex on the quiz. So, first thing, it's trying to direct us to do substitution because I know that x is equal to this. But before I substitute that into the other problem, what do you know? Yeah, let's move the x's over. So I'm going to subtract x here, subtract x here. This is going to give me 2x minus 3y is equal to 14. Okay? So from there, what should I do with the y plus 2? Plug it in. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to plug it in right there. Oh, thank you. Right there. So let's move that over. I have 2 parentheses minus 3y equals 14. Y plus 2 is going to go in here. That had been an x. By us doing this, is going to break it down to, I get that. So I get negative y plus 4 equals 14. Subtract 4. So I wind up with y is equal to negative 10. So my answer is an ordered pair. Negative 10 is my y component. What should I do now? First off, what letter am I now looking for? X. Is there one of the equations that's already solved for x? The top one. So if I take that negative 10, if I take this negative 10 right here, and I plug it in right here, that's going to allow me to say negative 10 plus 2 equals x. Negative 8 equals x. That's our answer. Okay? And then it'll ask you to do an elimination problem. Anyone want to see elimination? Feel good, John? Okay. Let's see. I'm just looking for one that would be good on this one. That would be elimination. Did I do number 4 yesterday? I don't know if I did or didn't. And if I didn't, is it okay if I do that one? All right. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, John, are you okay why this one would be, we would start thinking elimination? And the reason is there's no letters that I could go and solve for real easy. Okay, I'd have to do a lot of manipulation around. So now what I have to do is I have to think, okay, should I get rid of my x or my y value? So if I wanted to get rid of the x's, the smallest number that 7 and 9 have in common is 63. So I'd have to multiply the whole top by 9, the whole bottom by 7. One of them would have to be negative, so we had opposite signs. Does that make sense if I state that way? Okay. We do the y's. So now we'll take a look at the y's. I have both negatives on the y's. So again, I'll have to have one be positive, one by negative. But the smallest number that 4 and 5 have in common is 20, right? So that means I can multiply the whole top by 5, the whole bottom by 4. Then I have to pick one of those that would have been negative. So I think the y's might be a nice one to get rid of in this case. So I'm going to get rid of the y's. So I'm going to multiply the top by 5, the bottom by 4. Now remember, I had to pick one to be negative. Would you like to be negative 5 or negative 4? It's your choice. Negative 4? Okay. So I'm going to distribute here, here, and here. Hey, thank you. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. 35x minus 20y, and then 5 times 0 is 0. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. So I get negative 36x. Oh, this is going to work out nicely. Plus 20y is equal to negative 4. Now if I add these together, 35x minus 36x is negative 1x, or just negative x. Is that okay, John?
Yeah.
That cancels that, and then I get to negative 4. X is equal to positive 4. So I have an x value I just found to be 4. So now we have to plug it in someplace, either here or here. Doesn't really matter. This top one might be a little bit better to plug it into. So I get 7. There was an x there. I'm going to now put a 4 there. Minus 4y equals 0. That's 28 minus 4y equals 0. Subtract 28. Divide both sides by negative 4. And you get that to be 7. Cool? Yeah.
Okay, so 4 and 5 also go into 40. If we use 40,
That would work too. Yeah. It would have been the exact same answer.
and it would just be longer than 40.
Yeah, you would. What if you had made that 40? Then this would have been a little different number. You would have had to divide by something other than negative 1 in this case. But that's the only thing that it would have been the exact same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, 13 is a graphing, so let me put a graph up here. Okay, so the top one is set up to go ahead and graph. It's y equals mx plus b, so I have y-intercept of 4. From there, I'm going to go up 2, right 1. It's a solid line because it's equal, right? There's no nothing there. And the second one, I can use cover method. So 4 times what number gives me 16? That would be 4. So it's right there. And negative 2. It's the same line. Yeah, it's one of our infinite solution ones. Same line. It's infinitely touching it. So
So would a negative 8 divided by 16?
negative 8x
Oh.
equals 16. So negative 8 times 8. All right. So then let's take a look at. Let's look at, like, say number 20 seems like a pretty good one to look at. Format, math. So number 20 looks like this. Okay, so I can do this one using cover method. So 2 times what number gives me negative 4? That would be negative 2 in the y direction. And a negative 2 in the x direction. Solid or dotted? Dotted. Okay. So let's figure out which side I would have had to shade. This side or this side. So I'm going to use our trusty old point 0, 0 as my test for right now, just to see if we get true or false. 2 times 0 plus 2 times 0. 0 is less than negative 4. True or false? That gives me false. 0 is. So that would mean if this was the only one, I would shade right there. Okay? But I'm not going to have that on there yet. I'm going to get rid of that. All right, so let's take a look at the second problem. Got a 1 here. I'm going to go up 1, right 1. Solid or dotted line? Dotted. 0, 0 is going to work for us as well. Hey, so quick question. Where did we need a shade for the first one with the 0, 0? So over here, right? So it's either going to be this region it'll be shaded or this region. So that's what we're testing for, okay? Take the 0, 0, plug it in. So I'm going to get 0 is greater than 0 plus 1. Is 0 greater than 1?
No.
That's false. Okay, so let's think. 0, 0 is here. It's on the bottom side of this blue. So where should I shade?
Top and left.
Right in here.
Hey, I got that right.
Cool? There we go. One last question. Let me ask you all this. Let's say you had a problem that was already told to you, and then they said to you something like this. Is 2 comma negative 1 a solution?
No.
So we can look at our graph and see that 2 comma negative 1 is not a solution because it's not in the shaded region. But let's say we didn't see a graph. What would you do with the 2 comma negative 1 to see if it would work? Plug it back in. And we're looking for it to be true on both, correct? For it to be a solution. So if this was part of the problem, this would give me what? 4 minus 2 is less than negative 4. So 2 is less than negative 4. That's false. So automatically that tells you right there it's not part of the solution. But let's just say that came out true. Then you'd have to plug it into the other one.
No, Mr. Stroh,
What?
it's going to be negative 2. Because you plugged in the 2 for the y.
Thank you. So that's a negative 2.
What?
And that should be, no, what do
No,
you,
negative 4. Yeah, negative 2. That's right.
so 4 minus,
What?
No, you were right before negative 2.
I was right.
How is it negative 2?
Because negative 1
Oh, before
times
it.
2.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
you're right. So that's 2, that's 4, right? Negative 2 plus that, negative 2 is less than negative 4, right?
Oh.
I think I flipped. I got lucky. I did. I flipped in the x and y backwards here. I was lucky that both of the 2's were up front, so it didn't make a difference. You're right. All right, on this one, negative 1 is greater than 3. That's also false. So that verifies. Is this a solution? No. Done. Cool. All right. Make sure your name is on that and pass that on forward. I'll get that back to you by the end of the period.